It's time for the One Bar and Lupica Show, bringing you anything and everything Minnesota Vikings.
Welcome to professional football.
All right, welcome back to the One Bar and Lupica Show. I am One Bar, and in this episode, we're going to be pulling out our tape measures. Tail of the tape. Who is better at each position, Vikings, Falcons?
And I am Lupigus. Yeah, we're going to whip out our measuring sticks, see who's longer, stronger, sexier, and I don't know, healthier. I sure as hell ain't the Falcons.
Yeah, and we got to remember, this is a 1-4 team going into a 0-5 team, so this is a gross tail of the tape.
Yeah, they're both equally gross. We can start by saying that right off the bat with no qualms about that at all. So let's hop right into it. Let's talk about quarterbacks. Matt Ryan versus Kirk Cousins versus Matt Schaub versus Sean Mannion in a four-way.
Has Matt Schaub not been in the league since about 1987? I mean, and he's still with the Falcons.
I remember wanting him back in a draft.
Yeah, I wanted him real bad. He had a couple good years there.
Hell yeah.
This one to me is pretty easy. I'm going Falcons for sure. Matt Ryan, you know, he's kind of like Kirk Cousins. He shows up in big game, or he shows up, we'll have a huge game, and the next game he kind of dwindles down. But all said and done, Matt Ryan's got one hell of a resume behind him. And if I got one game to win, I'm taking him over Kirk Cousins.
See, you're basing it over. I'm basing it kind of right now, and I don't know. Matt Ryan's come off a real turd of a game. I don't know why they call him Matty Ice, because to me this guy seems to melt under pressure rather than rise up to the occasion. I'm going to acknowledge they're both very good quarterbacks. Matt Ryan is definitely a top 15 quarterback in the NFL. You know, probably on the downside of his career, or starting that downside of his career. But I'm going to go Kirk Cousins. It's not just my purple juice is flowing. I seem very similar, and I think Matt Ryan's more apt to just have a complete meltdown, where Kirk Cousins might only do that for 2 series in a third quarter on the road in Seattle.
Yeah, Matt Ryan's put them in very good situations. Unfortunately, their defense lets teams come back very, very easily. So it's pretty close. There's no wrong answer there.
No.
There is a wrong answer at running back. So let's go to running backs. Todd Gurley, Brian Hill against what appears to be, it's going to be Alexander Madison and Mr. Michael Boontang.
Yeah, this one's if you're going strictly from Madison and Boontang, it's very close. Todd Gurley, you know, he's not the LA Rams version of Todd Gurley that we remember, but he's having a kind of a resurgent year, running the ball hard. Falcons aren't really known for their super strong ground game, especially in recent years, but I'm going to still give this to Alexander Madison and Mike Boone, strictly because the Vikings are a run-based offense, and I think they're going to pound that thing, and I think when all is said and done, the Vikings will have more rushing yards this Sunday, so I'm going to go Vikings. Wow,
no respect for Todd Gurley. He's managed to stay healthy. If he stays healthy all year, you're right. He's averaging 4.7 yards a carry, 5 touchdowns. Has been very good. Brian Hill, he's pretty damn good too. 5.3 yards a carry. You know, if Dalvin was here, this would be easy. But Madison's, he's only got that one game so far, and it was good. But I'm going Atlanta. Todd Gurley's been good, and Hill's a good 1-2 punch.
Are you wearing like Falcon sweats right now?
No, there will be some Vikings coming up. Actually, I don't know if there is an offense anymore.
Jesus.
We'll see. Atlanta's got a good offense. They just can't put it together. They're kind of like the Vikings.
Well, let's go to wide receiver where, yeah, Atlanta is pretty stacked. Julio Jones, I know he's got a bum hamstring. Who knows if he's going to play? If he does play, will he be, you know, even half strength? Kelvin Ridley having a huge year. And don't forget this Russell Gage character who he's kind of had some nice games too against Adam Thielen, Justin Jefferson, BC Johnson, and really nothing else.
Yeah, Atlanta. I mean, if Julio goes, you got to give it to Atlanta, even if his hammy isn't 100%. Ridley has been phenomenal. Gage just playing very, very good. And Jefferson and Thielen, they're probably one of the better 1-2 punches, but the depth in Atlanta gives this the edge for me.
The depth, and then the 2 stars at the top. I mean, Justin Jefferson is rising, but he's nowhere near the level of Calvin Ridley or Julio Jones right now. Adam Thielen you could put in that mix, but Jefferson ain't there. So they're top heavier, they're deeper, so you got to go Falcons here.
All right, well, let's go to tight end. Atlanta has Hayden Hurst and Luke Stalker.
Which isn't a bad combination, but Hayden Hurst, they traded, a 2nd-round pick to get him. I don't think he's quite lived up to that hype.
Was it really?
It was pretty damn high. Not exactly. I don't think he's having the impact that they I don't know. He's not, doesn't seem to be having the Austin Hooper role for them that Austin Hooper did. If you look at the Vikings, though, Kyle Rudolph hasn't done much. Irvin Smith finally just got some targets last week. This is closer than it should be, but I'm still going. I think from a talent perspective, I'm giving this to the Vikings.
Yeah, it is closer than it should be, but you got to go Vikings. We saw glimpses of Irv Smith last week, which was great to see. We know Kyle Rudolph can still make plays. Hayden Hurst, they're not shy to get him the ball. He's got about 28 targets, but only 14 or 15 receptions. So I expect him to go to him heavy, and when he gets the ball in his hands, he's pretty good. But I'd rather have Irv and Big Kyle.
Big Kyle, new nickname, huh?
Big Kyle.
I think that's going to catch on.
I hope so. All right, let's go to the offensive line, where Atlanta has they've invested heavily on the offensive line early in the drafts. They got Jake Matthews, former first-rounder James Carpenter, Alex Mack, first-rounder Chris Lindstrom, and then Matt Gano.
Yeah, I don't know. Caleb McGarry, I don't know if he's hurt, whatever,
Yeah,
but he was a first-round pick too. So, I mean, they really have first-round picks from end to end here. Here's the difference. The difference is I don't know how good Matt Gano is, but I'm going to assume he's better than a Drew Samia. I don't think they have a Drew Samia on their own line. So the
Nobody
Vikings
does.
the Vikings basically are a man short on their O-line. Until that position improves, pretty much anybody is going to get the nod over the Vikings when it comes to the O-line.
Yeah, they're guards. I mean, James Carpenter didn't live up to that first-round pick, but he's fine, and Lindstrom's coming on. So yeah, got to go Atlanta here. It's tough to not beat the Vikings in that scenario. Let's go to the defensive side of the ball. Defensive line.
Yeah, they got Tack McKinley, Grady Jarrett, Tyler Davison, Dante Fowler Jr. The guy that worries me here, and that guy I wish he was in purple, was Grady Jarrett. Big old run stopper, can also create some interior pressure. Very good, very underrated. And the fact that he is that good in the middle, I'm going to probably give this to the Falcons, even though I do think the Vikings D-line is starting to come on, and it's all because of the ginger, James Lynch.
James freaking Lynch. Yeah, Fowler and McKinley really haven't put up those sack numbers that you would hope to see from them, but Jarrett in the middle, man, he's going to be an issue on Sunday, no doubt about it. So yeah, gotta go Atlanta here, and hopefully our tackles can keep those DNs in check and their sack numbers down.
What numbers?
Sack.
Awesome. Let's go to linebacker. I'm only seeing two here on the Falcons depth chart. I don't know what's going on there, but Deion Jones, Foyesade Olukun, and Leroy Reynolds, on depth. So against Eric Kendricks, Eric Wilson, who had a breakout game, the game I knew he had in him, starting to come on. And don't forget, the Vikings also have Todd Davis.
Yeah. I mean, Deion Jones, he isn't having the year that we're used to Deion Jones seeing. So I'm giving this to the Vikings, Kendricks and Eric Wilson. If Wilson can continue to play at the level he did last week, even the week before, we're going to be sitting pretty good. So Atlanta's linebackers do not scare me one damn bit.
Yeah, they're both good players, but the Vikings are far superior in this category, if you ask me. So I'm going Vikings too. Let's go to the cornerbacks. Atlanta Falcons, Kendall Sheffield, Bleedy Ray Wilson backing him up. Then they got Isaiah Oliver and the rookie AJ Terrell, who is kind of listed as their nickelback right now. Looking at going against the Vikings, also young secondary of Cam Dantzler, Jeff Gladney, Mike Hughes, maybe Holton Hill if he's back. I don't know how Chris Boyd's feeling, but it's a pretty close battle here too.
Yeah, and I don't know if we've given the Vikings a win here yet this year or not, but I'm doing it. I'm taking some Kool-Aid and jamming it in my veins. I think they're coming on. Gladney's getting better. They just seem to get better every damn week. And fortunately, Atlanta's secondary has played like shit. They're almost last in league as far as yards given up in the air. So this is our chance. This is the Vikings' moment. I'm giving it to the Vikings here.
Yeah, this is basically the worst secondary in the NFL. Isaiah Oliver has really struggled. AJ Terrell's been in and out of the lineup, still pretty inexperienced. So you got to give it to the Vikings, and this is probably the only one, unless they keep improving, that they might win all year.
I was talking them up, saying how great of an honor this is, and you just shot it down with that comment.
Sorry, I'm not following your lead here. I'm just going with my heart.
They deserve some respect.
They're getting better. Hell yeah. All right,
Safety.
Let's move on to the safeties. There's three listed here. They got Ricardo Allen, and the big hitter, Keanu Neal. That's the guy you want to be looking out for. He can pretty much knock you into next Sunday, as they say.
yeah.
Something called
Not
Shroud.
Big Kyle, though.
No, he would bounce right off Big Kyle. God, that's a good nickname. He really came onto something there.
It's very creative.
Again, I like Ricardo Allen. I like Keanu O'Neal. But here's the difference. I love Anthony Harris, and I love Harrison Smith. So love beats like every time, and I'm going with purple here.
Yeah, they got some good safeties. And Neal, I hope he doesn't just put someone to sleep this week. He can lay and freaking hit. So yeah, I'm going Vikings. You said it, but Atlanta's got some damn good safeties.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's move on to special teams just real quick. Atlanta's punter, they got Sterling Hofrichter, who I think used to be a German scientist. Kicker Young Ho Koo, who I think we both love very much. And punter, kick returner, nothing worth mentioning here.
They're really not. Their kicker, very good. He's got a leg on him. He's got a long of 54 yards. He's only missed one field goal this year. Their punter, I don't know. I mean, just looking at his numbers, aren't overly great. He's averaging 41 yards a punt. So nothing to get too excited about. But their kicker alone, I think I give this one to Atlanta just because they got a damn good kicker.
I'm actually going to give this one a push. I've been thinking about it. And,
push.
I think the punters and kickers are both very similar. I love Koo, but Bailey's probably right up there with them. And they got nothing real special as far as return men go. So just like we do. So I think this is pretty even here.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
So one thing they do have, a couple things we should mention on the practice squad. I don't know whose is better, but they have Willie Beavers and Laquan Treadwell.
Frickin' Beavers.
He just won't go away. He's like that rat.
I give this the Falcons practice squad strictly because they have Willie Beavers. Absolutely done.
Yeah. Edmund Robinson too. Wow.
Yeah. It's pretty much the Vikings practice squad of 2018.
Wow. All right. So that's it. That is the tail of the tape. I think the Vikings won this one by maybe a centimeter or two. Again, 1-4, 0-5. Talent-wise, this is going to be a couple of pretty fairly well matched up teams.
Yeah, tail of the turds, but it's close. We'll see. Let's just hope they play on Sunday.
Yeah. Let's keep our fingers crossed. And while you're hoping for that, think about this. A recent study proved that chocolate milk performs better than energy drinks.
Wow, I think you need a sip of that.